Hi, hello everyone. Today we will discuss some most expected questions from today's newspaper articles. Please go through this page number 1, all the important articles. All the important headlines from page number 1 are: protesters march to Jharkhand Assembly, 5 injured in clashes. Next important article was ready for discussion on protest, says government. Next, third most important article from page number 1 was over 100 killed as powerful earthquake strikes Colombia. Next, fourth important article from page number 1 was state song must be sung first, states Tamil Nadu House resolution. Next important article was series of technical failures proceeded 30 feet plunge by Air India flight, probe continues. Sixth important article of page number 1 was rights group call for overhaul in hearing by apex court appointed panel on Aravalis. Next important article was Dhaka seeks expedited extradition of Hasina. And last but not the least important article, eighth important article of page number 1 was Iran's supreme leader rigs security body. Now we will see most expected questions from these articles. I will be asking some questions. You just answer them in the comment section. Let's start with the first one from article 1 was protesters made to march Jharkhand Assembly, 5 injured in clashes. Related to this article, we will see some questions here. The first important article was CBI functions. First question, functions under which one? CBI functions under which one? Please do answer. You can see in the comment section. CBI functions under under the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946. Answer was 1946. Next, what was the main demand of the Jharkhand protesters? What was the main demand of Jharkhand protesters? It was cancellation of SSC CGL and the CBI investigation and a CBI investigation. Next, which agency was short for investigation? It was CBI. Why is recruitment transparency important? It's because it ensures merit-based selection and public trust. Next question, which constitutional principle is linked to fair public recruitment? Which constitutional principle linked to fair public recruitment? It was equality of opportunity in public employment under Article 16. Equality of opportunity in public employment under Article 16. Next, what is the capital of Jharkhand? What is the capital of Jharkhand? It was Ranchi. Next, we will move on to second important article. It is ready for discussion on protest, says government. If you see the key highlights of this article, this one, government expressed readiness for a full discussion in the Lok Sabha. Debate relates to student protest and recruitment irregularities. Opposition demanded parliamentary accountability. Issue highlights legislative oversight. Parliament debate remains an important democratic mechanism. Now we will see some GK facts. Which is the lower house of Parliament? Can you answer it? The lower house of Parliament is called Lok Sabha. DAS exercises oversight through debate and committees. Which exercises oversight through debates and committees? It was the Parliament. Next question, Ministers are collectively responsible to. Which one? Ministers are collectively responsible to whom? It was to Lok Sabha. Next question. Parliamentary procedures are governed by. Dash. It was governed by rules of procedure. Next question. Which principle is strengthened by parliamentary debates? It was executive accountability. Who is collectively responsible to Lok Sabha? Next question. Who is collectively responsible to Lok Sabha? It was Council of Ministers. Next question. Which constitutional feature does this reflect? It was parliamentary democracy. These are the only questions related to this one. Now we'll see third important article, that is over 100 killed as powerful earthquake strike Colombia. You can see the key highlights of this article. A powerful earthquake struck Colombia. Large scale casualties and infrastructure damage was reported. Rescue and relief operations were initiated. Colombia lies in a seismic active region. Disaster preparedness remains a major governance challenge. The key themes related to this article are earthquakes, plate tectonic, disaster management, seismic zones, and international disaster response. These are the key themes, and possible question areas are ring of fire, plate boundaries, earthquake magnitude, disaster management institutions, and Latin American geography. Now we will see most important one-liners from this article. These are like: Colombia experienced a major earthquake, rescue operations were launched immediately, the country is located in a seismically active zone, infrastructure damage was extensive. Next, disaster preparedness is crucial in earthquake prone regions. Next, we will see some important static GK facts related to this article. Colombia is located in which region? Can anyone answer this one? Colombia is located in which region? Colombia is located in northwestern South America. It is influenced by Nazca Plate and South American Plate interaction. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a major seismic belt. Earthquakes are measured using moment magnitude scale. The Sendai Framework 2015 to 2030 guides disaster risk reduction. Next, which tectonic interaction affects Colombia? Can anyone answer this one? Which tectonic interaction affects Colombia? You can see here it was Nazca Plate and South American Plate. You can see in the comment section. It was Nazca Plate and South American Plate. Next question, which international framework deals with disaster risk reduction? Which international framework deals with disaster risk reduction? It was Sendai Framework. Next one, which natural disasters was reported? It was earthquake. Why are plate boundaries important? Why are plate boundaries important? It's because they are major zones of seismic activity. It's because they are major zones of seismic activity. Now, we will move on to next important article. From page number 1 was this one. State song must be sung first. States Tamil Nadu House resolution. The key highlights of this article are: Tamil Nadu Assembly adopted a resolution on Tamil Thai Vajatu, the state song to be sung before the national anthem at specified functions. Proposal seeks legal status for the state song, and it is linked to linguistic and cultural identity. Raises question regarding federalism and state autonomy. The key themes related to this article are like federalism, state symbols, linguistic identity, cultural rights, and constitutional conventions. And possible question areas are fundamentalism, state legislation resolution, national anthem protocols, cultural and linguistic rights, and constitutional provisions. These are the possible question areas. Now, we will see some static GK facts related to this article. Which is the official invocation song of Tamil Nadu? You can see the question in the comment section. Which is the official invocation song of Tamil Nadu? It was Tamil Thai Vajatu. Next, which article protects cultural and linguistic rights? Can you name article? Which article protects cultural and linguistic rights? It was article number 29. States can adopt official symbols. What is the national anthem? What is the national anthem? Can you name it? It was Jana Gana Mana. Federalism is the federalism is part of basic structure doctrine. Next one. What is Tamil Thai Vajhatu? It was official invocation song of Tamil Nadu. Which constitutional provision protects linguistic rights? It was article number 29. Which doctrine protects federalism? Which doctrine protects federalism? It was basic structure doctrine. Next question. Which institution passed the resolution? It was Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly. What was proposed regarding the state song? Legal recognition and mandatory singing before national anthem in specified functions. These are the things from this article. Now we will see article number 5 of page 1 was series of technical failures proceeded 30 feet plunge by Air India flight. Probe continues. The key highlights of this article are multiple technical failures reportedly preceded the incident. Hydraulic system issues were highlighted. Aviation authorities are conducting a detailed investigation. Aircraft maintenance and safety protocols are under scrutiny. Regulatory oversight has become a major concern. Now, if you see the key themes related to this article are like aviation safety, DGCA regulation, aircraft maintenance, transport governance, and accident investigation. And possible question areas related to this article are DGCA, aircraft accident investigation, aviation safety standards, civil aviation regulation, and airworthiness. Now we will see some static GK facts related to this article. Those are like DGCA regulates civil aviation in India. Aircraft accidents are investigated under which one? Civil aviation rules. Next question was DAS sets international aviation safety standards. It was ICAO. Next, airworthiness certification is mandatory. Safety audits are conducted periodically. Next question. Which authority regulates civil aviation in India? You can see the question in the comment section. Which authority regulates civil aviation in India? It was DGCA. Next question. Which international organization sets aviation standards? It was ICAO. Which system was reportedly involved? It was hydraulic system. Next, why are accident investigations important? It was to identify causes and improve aviation safety. Next, what is airworthiness? It was certification that an aircraft meets safety standards. Now, we'll see the sixth most important article from this page was rights group call for overhaul in hearing by apex court appointed panel on Aravalis. The key highlights of this article are: rights group demanded reforms in public hearing. The committee is linked to Aravalli conservation. Concerns were raised regarding inclusiveness and participation. Environmental governance and judicial oversight are central issues. Conservation policy implementation is under scrutiny. The key themes related to this article are Aravalli ecosystem, environmental governance, public participation, judicial committees, sustainable development. And possible question areas are Aravalli range, environmental impact assessment, that is EIA, public hearing, Supreme Court committees, and desertification. These are the possible question areas. And very important one-liners are: rights group sought reforms in Aravalli hearings. Public participation was a major concern. The issue relates to environmental governance. Judicial oversight is involved here. Aravalli conservation remains nationally significant. Now, static GK facts related to this article are: dash which one is the world's oldest fold mountain system? It was Aravallis, and it extends through Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, and Delhi. Aravallis act as a barrier against desertification. Environmental clearance processes involve public consultation. The Supreme Court has intervened repeatedly in Aravalli conservation matters. Now I will ask some questions related to this one, because you all have listened about this article. The first question was, you can see the question in the comment section. Which mountain range is involved in this article? It was Aravalli range. Which states are traversed by Aravallis? It was Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi. Why are Aravallis environmentally important? Because they prevent desertification and support biodiversity. Which institution appointed the panel? It was by the Supreme Court. What reforms are demanded? It was more inclusive and meaningful public hearing was demanded. Now we will see next important article of page number 1 was Dhaka seeks expedited extradition of Hasina. The key highlights of this article are, wait a minute, Bangladesh sought expedited extradition proceedings. The issue has diplomatic implications. Extradition cooperation between India and Bangladesh is relevant. Regional political developments may affect bilateral relations. Legal and diplomatic processes are intervened. Now, we will see the key themes related to this article are like extradition treaties, India-Bangladesh relations, international law, regional diplomacy and South Asian politics. And possible question areas are like extradition, India-Bangladesh agreements, mutual legal assistance, South Asian regional cooperation and diplomatic procedures. And now we will see some important one-liners related to this article. Bangladesh sought expedited extradition proceedings. The issue affects India-Bangladesh relations. Extradition involves legal and diplomatic processes. Bilateral cooperation remains important. Regional political developments are significant here. Now, we will see some static GK facts related to this article. India and Bangladesh have an extradition treaty, that is 2013 amendment strengthen cooperation. Bangladesh shares India's longest land border. Key rivers include the Ganga. The other name of Ganga is Padma, and other rivers are like Tista and Brahmaputra. Bilateral cooperation includes connectivity and security. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. Next, which country sought extradition? The answer was Bangladesh. Next question, which legal mechanism is involved here? It was extradition treaty procedures. Which Indian neighboring country shares the longest border with India? It was Bangladesh. Next question. Which river dispute frequently appears in India-Bangladesh relations? Which river dispute frequently appears in India-Bangladesh relations? It was Tista. Next, what is extradition? It was formal surrender of a person from one country to another for legal proceedings. Extradition means formal surrender of a person from one country to another for legal proceedings. With this, we end the discussion on article number 7. Now move on to article number 8. Iran's supreme leader regigs security body. The key highlights of this article are: Iran restructured its security establishment. Changes may affect regional security calculations. Internal power dynamics are significant here. West Asian political tensions remain relevant. Security institutions play a central role in Iran's political system. The key themes related to this article are: West Asian geopolitics, Iran's political system, regional security, strategic affairs, and Middle East power balance. These are the key themes. And possible question areas are: Strait of Hormuz, Iran's political institutions, West Asian geography, OPEC, regional conflicts. These are the possible question areas. And now we'll see some important one-liners related to this article. Iran restructured its security body. The development affects West Asian geopolitics. Internal security institutions remain influential. Regional strategic calculations may change. Iran remains a key West Asian power. Now, we'll see some static GK facts related to this article. It was: Iran is an Islamic republic. The supreme leader is the highest political and regional authority. The Strait of Hormuz carries a significant share of global oil trade. Tehran is the capital of Iran. Iran is a major player in West Asian geopolitics. Now, I will ask some questions related to this article. You have to answer me by commenting in the comment section. The first question was: who is the highest authority in Iran? Who is the highest authority in Iran? It was the supreme leader. Next question: which strategic waterway is closely associated with Iran? Which strategic waterway is closely associated with Iran? It was Strait of Hormuz. Next question, why is the Strait of Hormuz important? It's because a large share of global oil trade passes through it. Next question, which region is primarily affected by Iran's security changes? It was West Asia. Next question, what type of political system does Iran have? It was Islamic Republic. With this, the most important articles of page number 1 was completed. Now we move on to page number 2 of the Hindu. The most important headlines of this page was this one: CM tables CAG report on decline in infrastructure investment under AAP. Next important article was stray cattle situation alarming. Speaker asked MCD to submit report. And third most important article of page number 2 was rupees 2,574 crore water supply project gets in principle node. Now we'll see one by one all the important articles. The key highlights of the first important article was CAG report highlighted a decline in capital expenditure and infrastructure investment in Delhi. Subsidies increased sharply by 32,222 crore rupees. That was 172.48% between 2015 to 2025. Capital expenditure declined from 7% to 1.5% of total expenditure. Revenue expenditure rose significantly, limiting fiscal space for infrastructure creation. Report was tabled in Delhi Assembly and became a major political and governance issue. The key themes related to this article are like capital versus revenue expenditure, fiscal prioritization, infrastructure financing, public expenditure management, CAG audits and fiscal accountability. These are the key themes, and possible question areas are functions of the Controller and Auditor General, that is CAG. Next, capital expenditure. Next, revenue expenditure. Next, fiscal sustainability. And last most important question was public finance terminology. These are the possible question areas, and we will see important one-liners of this article are like Delhi's capital expenditure declined to 1.5% of total expenditure. Subsidies increased by 32,222 crore rupees between 2015 to 2025. Revenue expenditure constrain infrastructure investment. CAG highlighted shrinking fiscal space for capital creation. The report was tabled in the Delhi Assembly. Now, we will see some static GK facts related to this article. The article 148 establishes the Controller and Auditor General of India. CAG audits union and state government accounts. Capital expenditure creates long-term assets. Revenue expenditure mainly covers salaries, subsidies, and administrative expenses. The Public Account Committee examines CAG reports. Now, I will ask some most expected questions from this article. These are like, which constitutional authority prepares audit reports for government? You can see the question in the comment section. Which constitutional authority prepares audit reports for government? It was CAG. CAG prepares audit reports for the government. Next question. Which type of expenditure creates durable assets? It was capital expenditure. Next, which constitutional article establishes the CAG? Which constitutional article establishes the Controller and Auditor General? It was Article 148. Article 148 establishes the Controller and Auditor General of India. Next, why is excessive revenue expenditure a concern? Because it reduces fiscal space for infrastructure and capital creation. Next one, which legislative committee examines CAG reports? It was Public Accounts Committee. Now we will see about article number 2, that is stray cattle situation alarming. Speaker asked MCD to submit a report. The key highlights of this article are: Delhi Assembly Speaker sought a report from the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, that is MCD. Concerns were raised over increasing stray cattle on road. The issue affects road safety, sanitation, and urban management. The Assembly Committee discussed administrative accountability. Better coordination between municipal agencies was emphasized. Now we will see key themes related to this article are like municipal governance, urban local bodies, public health, urban planning, and civic administration. And possible question areas are 74th Constitutional Amendment, municipal cooperation functions, urban local governance, public sanitation, and road safety. Now we will see some important one-liners related to this article are like Delhi Speaker sought an MCD report on stray cattle. The issue was term alarming. Stray cattle affect road safety and sanitation. Municipal accountability became a key concern. Urban governance challenges were highlighted. Now, we'll discuss some static GK facts related to this article. 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 strengthened urban local bodies. Municipal corporation are constitutional local government institutions. Urban local bodies are listed under the 12th schedule. Public health and sanitation are municipal functions. MCD is one of India's major municipal corporation. Now, I will ask some expected questions related to this article. The first important question was, which constitutional amendment strengthened municipalities? I repeat the question, which constitutional amendment strengthened municipalities? You can see the question in the comment section also. It was 74th Constitutional Amendment which strengthened municipalities. Next question, which schedule lists municipal functions? Which schedule lists municipal functions? It was 12th schedule. Next question, which institution was asked to submit the report? Which institution was asked to submit the report? It was MCD, that is Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Why are key municipal responsibilities? What are the key municipal responsibilities? They are like public health, sanitation, roads and urban services. Next, why is stray cattle an urban governance issue? Because it affects traffic, sanitation, public safety and civic management. With this, we end the discussion on Article 2. Next, we will see the article number 3 of page number 2. The key highlights of this article 3 was, Delhi received in principle approval for a rupees 2,574 crore water supply project. The project aims to strengthen water distribution infrastructure. It includes modernization of pipelines and network expansion. The initiative seeks to improve water supply reliability. Urban infrastructure development remains a major governance priority. The key themes related to this article are urban water supply, water infrastructure, public utilities, urban development, sustainable infrastructure. These are the key themes, and possible question areas are urban water management, infrastructure financing, public utility projects, water distribution systems, urban development schemes. These are the possible question areas related to this article. Now, we will see some important one-liners related to this article. Those are like Delhi's water supply project received in principle approval. Project cost rupees 2,574 crores. Focus is on pipeline modernization. Water distribution infrastructure will be strengthened. Urban water security remains a major policy priority. Now, we will see some static GK facts related to this article. Those are like Jal Jeevan Mission focuses primarily on rural drinking water. Next, urban water supply is managed by state governments and urban local bodies. Water distribution losses are known as non-revenue water, that is NRW, non-revenue water. Sustainable Development Goals 6 focuses on clean water and sanitation. Water infrastructure is part of urban public utility services. Now, I will ask some important questions related to this article. You have to answer it in the comment section. The first important question was, what is the cost of the approved water supply project? These questions are related to this article. It was rupees 2,574 crores. What is the primary objective of this project? What is the primary objective of the project? It was strengthening water distribution infrastructure. Next, which SDG is related to clean water? It was SDG number 6. What is non-revenue water? What is non-revenue water? NRW. It was water lost through leakage, theft or inefficiency in distribution. Next, why is pipeline modernization important? Why is pipeline modernization important? It was because it reduces leakage, improves efficiency and enhances water security. This was about article number 3 of page number 2. Those who are new to this channel, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Now we will see page number 3. There are two important articles here. The first important article was first round of Manipur government's talks with UNC fruitful and icebreaker. Second important article was NRC ID, Supreme Court seeks reply from Center, Assam. These are the two important articles of this page. With this, we end the live session. Thank you for all those who have watched until now and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. With this, we end the live session. Thank you for all those who have subscribed.